True or false, a North Carolina notary can perform a marriage ceremony. True or false, a North Carolina person must be at least 18 years old. These are the type of questions that will be on your notary test. And if you're serious about passing this notary test on the first try, you've come to the one channel that's all I'm here to do is help you pass the notary test on the first try. Let me tell you what this notary test is going to be like for you real quick, okay? First of all, this is serious stuff. 40 questions. The first 20, true or false. The second 20, multiple choice. And I'm going to give you the answers with the questions. So this is the one right here. And on top of that, I'm going to kind of elaborate on the answers for you too. And if you don't pass them all on the first try, that's okay. Run it back because repetition is what's going to make you pass. So without any further ado, all right. Now the first question I asked you, North Carolina notary can perform a marriage ceremony. That is false. Also, how old must a North Carolina person be? 18 years of age. If you're nosy and from another state, some of this applies to you too. Or just know these are the things you're going to need to know for your state. All right? First, true or false? A North Carolina notary can notarize a document without the signer being present as long as they say they have proof of identification. Repeat. A North Carolina notary can notarize the document, that would be you, without the signer being present as long as they have proof of identification. In North Carolina, that is false. The person must be present, okay? Number two, the maximum fee in North Carolina notary can charge for an acknowledgement is $10 per signature. You better know your fees. I don't care if you're in California, I don't care if you're in Hawaii, I don't care if you're in North Carolina. Know your fees. In North Carolina, the answer is $10, so that would be true. Number three, notaries in North Carolina are required to keep a journal of all notarial acts. In your state, the answer is false. In California, where I'm at, the answer would be true. So don't get that wrong. Don't get fooled. All right, number four. A North Carolina notary can notarize a document even if they have personal interest in the document. The answer is, did you know that? False. Remember, no conflict of interest. If you have a personal interest as the notary, don't document it because you may end up fined or in jail or losing your license. All right. Number five, North Carolina notaries must be U.S. citizens or legal residents. It says that it's true. U.S. citizens or legal residents. True. Now, if they try to trick you on the test and say a North Carolina notary must be a U.S. citizen, that might be false. Would be false because they can also be legal residents. They leave that part out. Or if they try to trick you by saying must be a legal resident, that would be false too, right? So in this case, North Carolina notaries must be U.S. citizens or legal residents. That's true. Now, we hit number five. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. If you find this helpful, please hit the like button. And don't forget to buy your boy a cup of coffee down there in the description. Buy him a cup of coffee. It fuels these tests. Number six, North Carolina notaries can charge a maximum fee of $5 for an oath or affirmation. Maximum fee of $5 for an oath or affirmation. That would be true. Should I slow down? Go faster. I don't know. You let me know in the comments. Number seven, a North Carolina notary must be at least 21 years old to be appointed. We already talked about that. That would be false. They need to be at least 18 years old. That's right. True or false? A North Carolina notary may refuse to notarize a document if the signer cannot speak English. You can refuse to notarize if the person can't speak English, and that is false. Okay? Number nine, notaries in North Carolina are allowed to perform notarizations of wills and testaments. Can you notarize a will and testament? In your state, the answer is no, false. Number 10, a notary public in North Carolina may charge a fee for travel expenses when traveling to perform a notarial act. Now, I did my research on this one, and it says false that you cannot charge travel expenses in North Carolina. Okay, double check that, but it says false. In California, we can charge fees for that. Okay, that was number 10. Now, if you're still here, this is a trick. This is a test. This is a checkup. If you're still here at number 10, put 10 in the comments. Just put 10 in the comments, all right? And if you're enjoying the quiz, don't forget to buy your boy a cup of coffee. Somebody bought me 3 cups of coffee today. I told my whole family I was so excited. It's crazy. Number 11, a notary public in North Carolina must use an official stamp on every notarized document. That is true. Official stamp on every notarized document. Number 12, North Carolina notaries are not allowed to perform notarial acts for immediate family members. Are allowed or not allowed? That is true. Are not allowed. It might be considered what? Conflict of interest. We have to remember that. Number 13. Notaries in North Carolina are required to take a notary training class before being appointed. This one says it is false. Not required to take a notary training class before being appointed. In California, you do have to take a notary training class before being appointed. Number 14, the North Carolina notary can perform notarial acts for any document as long as the signer is present. Repeat that. It's very tricky. North Carolina notary can perform notarial acts for any document as long as the signer is present. And that is false. Tricky. I thought it would be true. It's false because there are certain documents that you can't notarize. You can't notarize a will. There's other documents too you can't notarize. That's the one that pops in my head. I want to keep going. Number 15, North Carolina requires a surety bond for notaries to be commissioned. In California, we need a bond. Do you need one in North Carolina? The answer is yes. And there's a certain amount that the bond must be. Let me grab something. Oh, where did it go? I wanted to thank the person who asked for this one. This notary one is specifically for at Wild Things Thrift on YouTube. At Wild Things Thrift. This is for you. Thank you for requesting the special quiz specifically for North Carolina. All right. Number 16, North Carolina notaries are required to keep their notarial records for at least 10 years. Ooh, that's a tricky one. North Carolina notaries are required to keep their notarial records for at least 10 years. You better know how long. True or false? 10 years. Answer is false. Records must be kept at least 7 years. All right. 17. In North Carolina, a notary public is required to complete a journal entry for each notarization performed. I think that was here before. False. Not required to complete a journal for each notarization performed. In California, we are. True or false? The maximum fee for an oath or affirmation in North Carolina is $10. The answer is false. The fee is $5. The fee is $5. The fee is $5. Number 19. Notaries in North Carolina are prohibited from notarizing documents for individuals who cannot understand the contents of the document. That would be true. Almost to the true or false, to the multiple choice. I hope you're still with me. True or false? The notary fee in North Carolina is based on the number of signatures being notarized, not the number of documents. So how much you receive is based on the number of signatures, not the number of documents. And that is true. Out here in California and there, you get paid per signature. So if you're doing a loan signing and that thing is this thick and has 20 signatures that are needed, you're getting paid for every single signature. That's when people make bank. All right. Now, if you're here with me on number 20, put 20 and here in the comments so I know you were here. 20 and here. All right. I was getting dry. Need some coffee. Anyway, are we on the multiple choice now? Let's see who's down. Let's see who really wants to pass. Because now it's multiple choice time, which is what your test will really look like. If you didn't do well on the first part, run it back so that it seeps in your mind and you get it on the test just like that. 21. What is the minimum age requirement to become a notary in North Carolina? Is it A, 16, B, 18, C, 21, or D, 25? Of course, we know the answer is B, 18. Number 22. Which of the following is not a responsibility of a North Carolina notary? Taking affidavits, certifying copies of documents is not a responsibility. Issuing marriage license, administering oaths. The one that's not a responsibility, and they try to trick you, remember that, because they'll trick you. Not a responsibility is issuing marriage license. That's not your responsibility. Yes, you take affidavits. Yes, you certify copies of documents. Yes, you administer oaths. All right, number 23. Which document is required for a person to apply to become a notary in North Carolina? Which document do you have to have? Do you have to have A, proof of residency, B, a birth certificate, C, a valid photo ID, or D, a social security card? The answer is C. You must have valid photo ID to do it, okay? Number 25, the notary bond in North Carolina must be worth at least how much? How much does your bond have to be in North Carolina? In California, it's at least $15,000. Let's see what your options are. Is it A, $1,000, B, $5,000, C, $10,000, or D, $25,000? How much does your bond have to be? The answer is B, $5,000. So North Carolina, B, $5,000. B, $5,000 for the bond. Number 26. Which of the following is a proper example of a notarial act? A proper example of a notarial act, like your job when you pass the test. Is it example number A, a notary certifying a copy of a birth certificate? Is it B, a notary conducting a legal review of a document? Is it C, a notary notarizing a document without verifying the identity of the signer? Or is it D, a notary providing legal advice on a contract? Which one of those are actual notarial acts? The answer is A, a notary certifying a copy of a birth certificate is the notarial act. Okay? Let's see, law review of law, no resident document, blah, 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 that's no. All those are, you have to pick the best answer. Best answer was A, a notary certifying a copy of a birth certificate. 26. What is the maximum fee a North Carolina notary can charge for an acknowledgement? The maximum fee. Is it $5? Is it $10? Is it C, $15? Or is it D, $20? Maximum fee is $10. Know your fees. Know your fees. Know your fees. Number 27, North Carolina. How long is a notary commission valid? How long will your notary commission be valid in North Carolina? 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, or D, 7 years? The answer in North Carolina is 5 years. Excellent. I bet when you run it back, you'll know the answer to that, won't you? Which of the following is not a notary? Which of the following is a notary public not allowed to do in North Carolina? Which are you not allowed to do in North Carolina? Is it A, take an acknowledgement, B, certify a copy of a document, C, perform marriage ceremonies, or D, administer an oath? I think you got this one easy. Is C, you are not allowed to perform marriage ceremonies. 29. Which of these situations would likely cause a notary to refuse to notarize a document in North Carolina? Why would you refuse to notarize a document there? Is it A, the signer does not understand the language of the documents? Is it B, the signer is a relative of the notary? Is it C, the notary does not know the signer? Or is it D, the document is a legal document or a legal contract? The answer is A, the signer does not understand the language of the document. All right, let's see. Which one to refuse? They don't understand the language of the document, so you can refuse that. Most likely cause you not to do it. Let's see, a relative does not know the signer. Depends on how distant the relative is to you. Sometimes it would be no because of conflict of interest, okay? So that was a tricky one. Number 30, what must a notary in North Carolina do if they make a mistake on the document? You need to know this. What happens if you make a mistake, right? Is it A, correct the mistake and initial it? Is it B, void the notarization and request the signer re-sign? Is it C, ignore the mistake if it's minor? Or is it D, call the Secretary of State for further instructions? The answer is B, void the notarization and request the signer re-sign. It's that easy. Number 31, which of the following is an example of a jurat? You gotta know your jurats, you gotta know your acknowledgments. Is the jurat A, a document where the notary signs but not witness the signing? Is it B, a document where the signer swears or affirms the oath of its contents? Is it C, a document where the notary confirms the identity of the signer? Or is it D, document where the notary issues a certificate of authenticity? All right. The answer is, drum roll, B, a document where the signer swears or affirms the truth of the contents. That is a jurat, where they swear or affirm the truth of the contents. All right. Almost there. We're at 32. We're going to stop at 40. I'm up late just so, who was that again? Wild Things Thrift could get this special customized quiz for North Carolina. She requested it in the comments, and here I am. Let's go. In the future, only members will be able to get the customized. So right now, if it's free, which it is right now, you better go ahead and make your request, all right? Number 33, a notary may refuse to notarize a document if the signer cannot understand the document, the signer refuses to sign, the notary has a personal interest in the document. Answer is D, all of the above. You can refuse if the signer can understand the document, the signer refuses to sign, the notary has a personal interest in the document, then it's all of the above. You're not supposed to do it. All right, 34. What is required of a North Carolina notary to verify a signer's identity? How do you verify the signer's identity in North Carolina? All right, is it A, government issued photo ID? Is it B, sworn affidavit? Is it C, a personal knowledge of the signer? Or is it D, a fingerprint? All right, so which one is the answer? Drum roll. A, government issued photo ID. What is required for a North Carolina notary to verify a signer's signature? Government issued photo ID. All right, number 35, only 5 left. Woo! Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath. This is some tests. We've been talking. Let's go. What is one of the primary duties of a notary public? That usually comes up earlier. What is one of the primary duties of a notary public? Is it A, draft legal contracts? B, ensure the authenticity of signatures? C, provide legal advice? D, to offer financial consulting? The answer is B. I knew that one. Ensure the authenticity of signatures. That's your job. You're trying to make sure the person before you is really the person. Because if it's done wrong and the wrong person gets their stuff notarized, they can run scams. So you're like a gatekeeper, all right? 36. How should a notary in North Carolina deal with a document that requires a notarial act but does not have a space on the notary's seal? That's a tricky one. That would be normally A. Well, let's see. A. Create a new space for the seal. B. Place the seal on the back of the document. C. Refuse to notarize the document. Or D. Handwrite the notary details on the document. The answer is B. Place the seal on the back of the document. Ta-da! Place the seal on the back of the document. Place the seal on the back of the document. 3 left. If you made it this far, you are a rock star. Wait to the end. Wait to the end. 37. A notary in North Carolina may refuse to do a notarial act. I think we did that one. 38. Which of the following is true about notarial certificates in North Carolina? Tell me about these certificates in North Carolina. What's up with that? Well, is it A, notarial certificates are optional? Is it B, a notary must complete the certificate even if it is not included in the document? Again, a notary must complete the certificate even if it's not included in the document. C, a notary can refuse to notarize if the certificate is incomplete. C again, a notary can refuse to notarize if the certificate is incomplete. Answer C. A notary can refuse to notarize if the certificate is incomplete. That's the one. 39. When can a notary in North Carolina notarize a document for a family member? When can they do that? Notarize it for a family member. A, when the family member is physically present. B, never. C, when the family member has a valid ID. Or D, when the notary has no financial interest in the document. All right. Usually when they have no financial interest, they try to trick you with this one. I would just say it could always be a conflict of interest and say never notarize a document for a family member. All right, number 38, if you pass the North Carolina Notary Exam, you must A, complete a training course, B, register with the county clerk, C, submit an application and get sworn in, or D, wait 3 months to receive your commission. The answer is C, submit an application and get it sworn in. C, submit an application and get it sworn in. All right, guess what? You're a rock star. You got it done. Remember my little clue I gave you about how this one was made? They requested it and bought me a cup of coffee, and here you go. It's done. You made it. You made it. You made it. So that's it, rock stars. I know you're going to pass this test on the first try. Time for me to shut it down. See you next time.